Hello, leaders. There were a few of you that had some technical difficulties getting into our first seminar on Tuesday night. And unfortunately, it's a new platform for me, and I screwed up the recording. So I am instead, I'm going to do a really quick overview of what we covered. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, but let's go ahead and get started. But I wanted to say that I am so excited to be kicking off our leadership development seminar with each of you in our very first coaching class. So our journey begins right now, and I want to help each of you grow and help your business grow as well. So we're going to start off with some introductions. I'm going to talk to you about the 13-week program. What will we work on? How will we work together? What do we expect of you? And then I'll go through our success competencies and then the leader's belief. The first module is about the B in boss, your belief. And I want to get to know each of you and your belief. And then with this knowledge, I'll be able to work to be the best coach for each of you individually. So again, my name is Marie Gaynor. I am your leadership development coach, and this is a picture of my family. Starting on the left is Danny. She's my daughter-in-law. She's a dental hygienist, actually works in Haines City. And then next to her is her daughter, Ari, and I call Ari my bonus granddaughter. She's from Danny's first marriage, but she is part of our family, of course. And then my son Robbie, he's a UPS driver, works in the Lakeland hub. And that's me in the middle. And then my husband Brock, we've been married for 40 years. Wow. And then my daughter Kelly, she is also an Avon associate. She is a sales development coach, has a really large territory. She's been with Avon for 13 years. And then Todd, my son-in-law, works for Thomson Reuters. He sells software to lawyers and legal agencies. But let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I've been with Avon for almost 17 years, district manager, of course, up until just recently. I actually started in Central Florida, worked in Central Florida for about 4 years, and then moved to South Carolina. I had the Myrtle Beach area for about 12 years, but most recently, last year, we moved back to Florida, and I have been what Avon calls a multi-market manager. I've been managing 3 districts for quite some time now, but I had the opportunity to interview for the coaching position, and I am thrilled that I was selected. But Avon has really afforded me over all of these years to develop so many really great relationships, to meet so many super people, and I have just been blessed with a very great career with Avon. However, I was really interested in this coaching role because it's just going to give me the opportunity to work with some people more one-on-one, like you guys. I've not been able to do that managing 3 districts just because of the immensity of the number of representatives I've had to work with. So I'm really excited about this opportunity to be a coach and to work with each of you. So I can hardly wait to get to know you and to build some beautiful relationships. But I wanted to share with you the real reason why we came back to Florida. It was because of our grandbaby. So this is Sophie. Isn't she adorable? Sophie is our first and only, right now anyway, biological grandbaby. And she's the reason why we came back to Florida. And so lo and behold, now I have this opportunity to work in Florida and be your coach. So the timing could not be better. My goals as your coach is, of course, to focus on you, your heart, your dreams, your future. I want to make our coaching interactions be the best part of your day. I want you at the end of the week say, this program is awesome. I want it to be great. And I want to ensure that our interactions inspire you. I want them to provide practice opportunities that stretch you and yield results. And I want to help you achieve excellence through incremental progress. So I'm going to just go through the next few slides and so you can see who you are joining in this first class. First is Valerie Mahoney. She's been with Avon for 26 years, lives in Orlando. She's a silver ambassador, and I am sure that this is wrong. I think her downline size is more than 4. I'll have to check that out. And then we have Susan Shearer. Susan's been with Avon for 14 years, lives in Titusville. She's a gold ambassador and has 45 people in her downline. And Carol Warren has been with Avon for 3 years. She lives in Melbourne. She's a gold leader and she has 182 people in her downline. Donna Conley has been with Avon for 6.5 years. She lives in Palm Bay. She's a gold ambassador and has 55 people in her downline. And then there's Donna Pettajano, and she's been with Avon for 4 years. She lives in Kissimmee. She's a bronze ambassador and has 15 people in her downline. Elaine has been in business for 2 years. She lives also in Palm Bay. She's a gold ambassador and has a downline of 110. And Donna Rahman has been with Avon for 11 years, lives in Orlando, gold ambassador, and has 75 people in her downline. Krista has been with Avon for less than a year, for only 20 campaigns, lives in Orlando. She's a star promoter with 5 people in her downline. Kathy Batcher has an Avon business now for 9 years, lives in Melbourne, is a bronze ambassador, and has 11 people in her downline. Joanne Thornton, 16 years with Avon, lives in Orlando, silver ambassador with 20 people in her downline. Heidi Vogt, 2.5 years with Avon, lives in Melbourne, silver ambassador, and 18 people in her downline. And last but not least, we have Belinda Sue, 23 years with Avon, lives in Kissimmee. She's a gold leader with 239 people in her downline. So you are part of this team of 12, and so excited to have each of you on my team. All right, so the goals of the program are these, and it's designed to help you to grow your sales, grow your team, develop your team, grow your Avon business, and achieve your dreams. The program consists of 7 modules, and each module focuses on a topic or a skill. So on the right side of the slide, you can see our program palette. This includes a list of topics that we're going to cover in order from top to bottom. We're currently in the kickoff module, and once we kick off the program and get to know each other, we'll move to the topics of conversational selling, which includes both sales and team building, goal setting, planning, coaching, and working the plan. And our last week of the program is designated for wrap-up activities. Each of the module builds on the previous topics, and we're starting with conversational selling because this is the most important skill for your success as an Avon business leader, right? So you got to be good at conversational selling. So whether you're selling a product or the opportunity, your success as a leader depends on that. And if you have any other skills beyond this palette that you'd like to work on, we can certainly talk about those in some of our future meetings. And then, of course, on our one-on-one calls that we have. But we will have the chance to discuss the additional skills more informally. We'll spend about 80% of our time in the program on the modules in the palette because Avon's identified that these skills in the program have a high impact on the success of your Avon business. And then we'll have the flexibility to spend up to about 20% of our time discussing those additional skills that you'd like to improve. Okay, so let's review the purpose and timing for each type of meeting. As I have mentioned to you, actually in a previous email, we have 3 types of meetings and calls. The first is the group seminar, which is going to be held every other Tuesday. And the purpose of the group seminar is to teach key concepts and to discuss. The timing for it will be 60 minutes. We'll do 30 minutes of some teaching and 30 minutes to discuss. And then the week following the group seminar, so in this case, next week, starting the 17th, we'll be doing our one-on-one coaching calls. And the purpose of the coaching calls is to provide individualized support and coaching, and those will be also 60 minutes, maybe 90 minutes, depending on the leader, how chatty we get. And then we'll wrap up the 2-week modules with a group collaboration call. And we're going to do a Zoom meeting for that, so we can all turn on our webcams if you want to. And the purpose of that is to build relationships within the group and for us to share best practices. So I'm really looking forward to that. And those will also be 60, maybe 90 minutes, depending on how much we have to share. So after each group seminar and before your coaching call, I'm going to be asking for you to fill out what's called a application guide or an assessment. And you'll just apply what you've learned by completing a draft of it and then getting it back to me. So I encourage you to complete the application guide every 2 weeks to the best of your ability, of course, and just return it to me by the end of the week. And when you do this, it'll just help me take it to the next level during our one-on-one coaching call. So we'll talk a little bit more about the guide in just a little bit, but just make sure the guide that I sent you in the email yesterday, just make sure you get that back to me by the end of this week, Saturday at the latest, and that way I'll have the weekend to read over everybody's guide, and it'll just help me do a better job when we talk on our one-on-one call next week. So this is what our schedule looks like. Our group seminars, like I said, will be every other Tuesday, and then our group collaboration calls will be every other Thursday. And then our one-on-one coaching calls, I'm hoping that we can keep those on the same day as we've have them planned out. So same day, same time. But I know life gets in the way. If you have something come up and you need to switch it with somebody or maybe switch it to another day, there's plenty of time on my calendar where I can make arrangements for that. So this is what our first month looks like. As you can see, on the 11th, we had our group seminar. One-on-one calls start next week, so find yourself on that schedule. I'll be sending you an email reminder and a text reminder the day of, and then just a few minutes before, just to keep you guys engaged. So we kick off with Donna on Monday, and we end with Belinda Sue on Wednesday. Our collaboration call will be next Thursday, the 20th. They're going to be at 5 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. Our seminar group decided that with Bible study and some Thursday night activities, that 5 o'clock was going to be a better time. So hopefully that's going to work for you as well. The week that I'm on vacation, there's another coach that is going to invite you to her meeting, and I'll get that information out to you as soon as I get my hands on that. All right. The expectations of you is this, and I want to stress that it's a team effort. You will only get out of the program what you put into it. So be committed, attend all meetings on time, and again, I know that things happen, and hopefully I'll have successful recordings in the future, but be committed and then participate. Get out of it what you put in, be positive, apply what you earn, the application guides, and in your daily activities. And then engage with me. For me to be able to help you, I need for you to be engaging with me, be present for your one-on-ones especially, and engage with your group because they're going to be here for you even when the program ends. And then share ideas. We are in this beautiful process together, so sharing ideas is very important for our relationship with each other and for the success of the group. So I encourage you to reach out to one another and build lasting relationships. The rest of our focus during this kickoff module is about you. We're focusing on the B in boss, belief. I want to understand your belief and your why. So you'll be outlining your belief on the application guide that I emailed to you. And I'll spend much of our one-on-one coaching call next week getting to know you so that I can be the best coach possible for you. All right, as you can see on the screen, our other focus will be on the competencies where you're strong and where you want to grow. As your coach, I want to prioritize our efforts to maximize our results. So this model on the screen represents our success competencies at Avon. These are the competencies that help to determine to be the skills that are most important for leaders to be successful. And as a leader of an Avon business, it's vital to plan, sell, manage, and lead. And each of the actions can be focused on either products or opportunities. So when we sell opportunities, we sell the Avon opportunity, of course, right, to possible recruits or to our established representatives that would like to achieve leader titles. So whether we are selling Avon products or selling the Avon opportunity, the same skills or competencies are required. My email that I sent to you yesterday, I sent you a glossary. So if you haven't printed it, take a minute and print that out and have it available during the next 13 weeks because you'll probably refer to it often. And I also, I sent you 2 glossaries, so just make sure you print each of those. You're going to have the opportunity to assess your skill level for each of these competencies on that application guide, the assessment that I sent you. So it's going to be important that you have those glossaries so you understand the terminology. But this is going to give us the opportunity to prioritize our topics for discussion throughout this entire program. All right, so let's walk through the definitions of each of the competencies, starting with plan. Goal setting involves the development of SMART goals designed to motivate and guide individuals to a successful outcome. So SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Creating strategies, the identification of best practices and activities required to execute your established goals, empower your downline, and realize your dream. Analyzing, gaining better understanding of results through research, observation, and digging into the numbers. Prioritizing, focusing effort towards the Avon activities and individuals that will have the highest impact or create the most value. Action planning, a sequence of steps that must be performed for a strategy to succeed. Action plans require a specific task, a what, a design owner, a who, and a defined deadline, when. Meeting planning, achieving collaborative and productive meetings by clearly outlining key objectives, what will be covered and how it will be covered, who will attend, and questions that need to be asked. The next competency is sell. Networking, interacting with people in order to identify and meet potential customers or recruits. Discovery, researching, questioning, listening, and engaging in thoughtful dialogue for the purpose of uncovering the needs and desires of a potential customer or recruit. Communicating value, the ability to understand an individual's needs in a way that allows you to articulate features, benefits, and ultimately the most appropriate and relevant solution to meet their needs. Storytelling, leveraging your Avon story in a way that is both relevant and relatable so that others can see your success as something they might be able to achieve. Closing, getting a customer to purchase Avon products or gaining commitment from an Avon recruit to become an Avon representative. Social selling, using social media to create a digital persona that increases your own credibility and communicates value to a broad network of individuals. The next competency is manage. Time management, optimizing the time you've dedicated to Avon by identifying, delegating, scheduling, and prioritizing tasks that will strategically grow your business. Onboarding, Dedicated time to ensure new hires have role clarity and a baseline understanding of important processes, tools, and Avon's suite of products. Team meeting execution. The product of effective preparation, effective team meeting execution is achieved by restating the meeting's objectives, fostering open lines of communication and dialogue, and optimizing the time reserved by sticking to the agenda. Team communications. Writing communications that are relevant, inspire, and motivate team members to act based on their hearts and dreams. Customer service. A skill that continues to place the customer at the center of your universe before, during, and after each sale. Business acumen, examining performance real time via observation and after the fact via reporting in order to determine if and how to adjust behavior in order to ensure success. The next competency is lead. Building trust occurs when the intent for every engagement is to be real, relatable, and reliable. Coaching. Developing trusted relationships through intentional interactions designed to build competency through inspiring a person's heart. Inspiring and motivating. The ability to connect actions to the achievement of an individual's dream. Managing conflict. The process of reducing or eliminating the negative aspects of conflict by understanding the needs and perceptions of those we engage. Influencing. The capability to inspire others to act for the individual's own benefit or on behalf of both parties. Recognition. Awareness and acknowledgement of an achievement, service, or ability. The 3 levels of competence are this. Challenged. When you're challenged, you may be unaware, you may still be learning, or it might be ineffective. Inconsistent. Aware, somewhat able, but inconsistent. And then consistent is you are consistently able to perform. So what level are you for each of these competencies? On the assessment, you'll actually be scoring yourself in each of the competencies that we just went over. The document that I sent you, this self-assessment application guide, is in an editable format. It is an Adobe Acrobat Reader PDF. So if you don't have that, you can download it for free at www.adobe.com. You will find that it's a lot easier to manage your documents as long as you have that. But if you have any concerns or if you're having problems with it, just let me know and I can step you through that. All right, so the next steps are I'm going to confirm and remind you of our one-on-one coaching calls for the program, which start next week. I'll also remind you of our group collaboration calls, which are also next week, next Thursday on the 20th at 5 p.m. And I need for you to complete your application guide, your assessment, and get that back to me by the end of this week. And just, make sure that you fill it out. It's 2 pages, and that way it'll help me with our one-on-one calls. And then be prepared to discuss the hot topic question at our upcoming group collaboration call on the 20th. And the hot topic question is, who is your hero and why? I know that I had, when this question was asked of me, I had several in mind and had to narrow it down to one, which was really difficult because I have quite a few heroes in my life. But I'll share mine as well with you next week when we talk.